This video brought to you by AUSOM L1 electric scooter. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And today we're with a 1978 Honda CB750 Hondamatic that has been sitting for years. Let's see what we can do to get this thing running. So this 1978 Hondamatic has about 15,199 miles on it and has been sitting for quite some time. It was my buddy's who all of these are for. It was his dad's. And it's sat for a good while. Some of you guys may have seen this before. We had it on the channel maybe about a year ago when we found it in the back room. So yes, it's a Hondamatic. That means there's no clutch lever, nothing for your left hand to do but hold on. Shift in neutral 1 and 2, basically 2 speeds. Right off the line, you can you only need to be in neutral to start it. After that, you never have to touch it again unless you're in 1 or 2. If you accelerate fast enough and high enough speeds, you'll shift from 1 to 2. Once you're in 2, you never have to touch it again. Think of it like a car, an automatic car that has like an overdrive, and you're in overdrive all the time, right? You can still start off from a red light, things like that. But if you want more power, you click out of the overdrive. It's kind of the way this is. And it is all there. Let me give you a look underneath the seat and I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, you got the seat open, and what I wanted to show you by means it has everything. This is the optional, not the optional, but the emergency kickstart lever if you need it. It slips on right down here, I believe, but it stays here. These things are always missing. You know, you don't find them on these things anymore. And this one is here. The other thing, get that guy there, is the other thing is we have a 1978 Honda CB750 Hondamatic owner's manual. And hold on, don't get crazy, don't leave yet, because we have the actual toolkit as well. And this is the lightest Honda toolkit I've ever seen. They didn't give you much stuff in here. That's it. Bag and 4 things. I need to check the book and see if that's everything or are things missing, but it's a pretty light toolkit. And we could look in there to see what's missing. But it's awesome that it has both of those things and the kickstart lever. Okay, so the kickstart lever goes right here. You pull off this little rubber boot and it fits right there, and then you kick it. It's nice in case your starter craps out on you or anything else like that. So let me put all this stuff back in where it goes, and then we'll get back to you. Yeah, so we looked it up in the owner's manual. We are missing a few things for our toolkit, which we could find if to fill that thing up, but it's pretty awesome. These owner's manuals have everything, wiring diagram, everything you need. Honda did such a good job with this. Taught you how to take care of your motorcycle. Okay, let's go ahead and close this. Those are some of my favorite things to find, owner's manual and a toolkit in their original locations. It's the best. So let's check this fuel tank. Oh, maybe it's this one. And see what's up with this. God, that tank in there looks clean. Doesn't smell awful. I don't know how much fuel is in it. There's some, just a very little. It doesn't smell awful. So, not so bad. Let me put a little fuel in it. This is the piece that on the Secret Service bike, and if you haven't seen that video, check it out. This little piece right here just snapped off. Crazy. So we gotta find it. Good. That's there. Let me pop this seat up again because we gotta get to the battery under there. I think it's under there. May be able to get to it some other way. This. I'm gonna need to pop off that other side cover. Yeah. me get these side covers off. Guys, just be gentle with these things. These old ones, they're gonna want to snap. Let's see if I can get it, especially right here. I can't get to it. Oh, good, got it. Whew. Good, I wanted to get to that guy. Guys, I'm gonna put some silicone on these. Before I forget, I'm gonna put some on this. Even though they're just sitting, I'll let that so that it'll make it a little easier to go on and off. Let me get the other one off. Let's check this oil. It needs an oil change. Maybe it's a little fuely. So we'll have to check that, but let's see what we can do. Okay, so I have the Loki Thor JP400 multifunction jump starter hooked up, and turn the key, we get some juice. Oh, we just lost it. We just lost it. We got a bad connection here. Okay, I unplugged the battery charger. I had to trick it into, because it needed enough volts. But let's see, turn the key on. We do get a little juice here. We just lost it again. Dang it. Doesn't have enough juice in the battery for the battery charger to work. Kind of one of those things. Okay, let me try again, see if we have enough. Oh, we lost it as soon as we fire. We don't have enough juice in the battery to keep it going. So let's see if we can put this thing, let's just pull that battery out. Okay, let's get this battery out of here and see if we have another battery we can slip in. Come on, get this guy out of the way. Neat, they put a door on the battery. It's kind of cool. Okay, let me get that battery disconnected. Let's get this battery out. That's a big old battery. Okay, so we got the battery on the charger, so we'll let that guy go. Not too hopeful that it'll come back to life, but let's just give it a shot. Especially since we just got this warning light on our battery, so it thinks it's plugged in the wrong way, but that's positive and that's negative. The negative, the positive. Yeah. Let's see. I may have to bring it home and try it on the big battery charger, which is what I think I will do. See if we can juice it up a little bit. If it fails again, it's this charger, I think. So we'll take this guy home and see if we can do some work on it. Let's keep looking at this guy and see what else we can find to do while we're waiting on a battery, because I don't want to go too far until we hear the engine turn over, and which I believe it's going to turn over. But let's take a look at it and see what else we need to do. We're going to need to do. So one of the things I know that we're going to have to look at is this master cylinder, only because you can see the junk coming out from underneath it. Let me see if I can get this cap off. Look, it's all over. And I'm going to have to see if I can get this cap off. It's on there pretty good. I don't know if I have a pipe wrench here. Oh, it's on pretty good. Let me try something. Oh, it is stuck like Chuck for sure. Sometimes just beating on this thing, you can get it to work. Oh, we got it. It was just stuck on. I should have just hit it with my purse. But the good thing is that we still have juice in there. Oh, looks like we may have some pressure. Although I'm concerned about whether the front brake comes back. Because it may go, but it may be stuck down here. Let's check it. Let's see. No, it's still moving. It's kind of sticky. You can, if the brake on these old things, if the brake sticks, especially a disc brake like this, you can wallop it with a hammer and shock the piston back out. Just right there, and you'll get it to spin a little bit better. So we're gonna have to pull that caliper off and rebuild it. Not too bad. Let's undo those and get that guy off. Okay, let me go ahead and get this guy off. And this just probably has gunk in it, just much like that cap did, to just season the piston. So there's all kind of ways to get this piston out of this caliper. Sometimes the easiest is just using the hydraulic system it came with. So just pumping it out, making sure I still have fluid. There we go. Let's see. There you go. There's the disc, the brake pad, and now you see the piston popping out. It's just dirty. We clean it up, pop this thing back in, a little grease. It should be good to go. This is maybe a little slower than the other way, and it's going to make a big mess in just a hot second. There you go. Like I said, big mess. At least we get to flush the brake fluid. Okay, the one thing I did do was loosen this up before, just so I wouldn't have to fight it so much without it being mounted. So yeah, if you don't have an air compressor to blow the piston out, you can just use the brake system to get it out. Come on, there we go. And look, it's just dirty in there. It's not that it's not in bad shape. Watch when we clean this. It's not in bad shape. It's just been sitting in that brake fluid turned into that. Okay, brake clean. Just trying to hose this guy out. And we should be able to put this guy back together. And once we clean it out, we'll pull that seal out, clean it out really good, and we should be good to go. This is probably 95% of the brake problems that you're going to run into. It's just something that this and bad brake hose, right? To where they just swell up on the inside. But with a piston, it looks like, look, the sides are good. It's just all this gunk that was in there that was just stopping it up. That's awesome. Nice, quick fix. Look, this piston is really good. There's no pitting on it. I mean, if there is, it's very little bitty. It's minor. It's nothing. Okay, the only thing you have to do is get this little seal out. I like using one of these hooked picks to get in underneath it. And once you get it up, there you go. And then we're going to clean it some more again. Get that, see that land where the seal lands is just covered in that old rotten brake fluid. So let's clean it out. Okay, we've got it all clean, and we'll put the seal back in. I'm just gonna put a little brake fluid in here just so I can use that to lubricate the seal, the lands, all that, the land, just to make it a little easier. And then you just stick it in. Put it in, start on one side and work your way around. It's not rocket science. This may seem like, if you've never done it before, like too big of a task or something. Rebuilding the brakes, maybe it seems too crucial for you to do it, but anybody can do this. Hardest thing you'll do is put that seal back in, and then we're good to go. Then it's pressing this guy back in. There we go. We're good in the hood. So much better. It should move. Oh, move freely. We got pressure. So let's put it back on. So start putting your line on, and then we'll put our pads on, and then we'll be bolted back up. Okay, pad back on, and now let's just tighten this guy up using the East Volt cordless ratchet. tight. And then we'll loosen this up and bleed the brake. Okay, that's where we're gonna stop for today. We need the battery so we can see what else happens. I don't want to do anything else until we make sure we have spark and all of that, because that could take us down a crazy road if we don't have spark. So we at least fix the brake to make it easier to roll around so it's not sticking. That was the main reason why I wanted to fix that. We'll continue charging the battery, and if not, we'll replace it. Or I'll bring the other jump box that is not as smart, that just works all the time. And we can hook it up to that, make sure we turn over, make sure we have spark. Maybe we'll take a peek inside those cylinders. And then I have a feeling it's gonna have spark. And then we're gonna get onto carburation. And then hopefully we're riding this sucker really soon. It's not too far off. I don't believe it's too far off. This thing is in too good a shape when you look at it. It's not a dent anywhere. It's got 15,199 miles. Not a cut in the seat. And it's a really good example of this. So put a battery on it and go from there. I do believe that we may have a stuck float, maybe open, just because it started, just from pushing it from the back to the front over here, it started dripping some fuel, which was maybe in the bowl, maybe coming from the tank. I don't know what position our petcock is in. That's off. It's got a bunch, reserve, off, and on, off. So it was kind of halfway. So it could have been dripping a little bit. So I have a stuck float somewhere. So we will have to pull these out. We'll see what kind of condition these boots are in. Figure out how to get this air box off, but that'll be in the next video, because I want to make sure it's got spark before we go too far into this. Let's solve that before we get that. And hopefully it'll be all good. This is a cool bike. I can't wait to see it all cleaned up, because this is really pretty paint. Really pretty, and I cannot wait to see it cleaned. So you have to stay for that. I think that's just a little bit of dirt right there. I think it's gonna clean up really good. We do have a little bit of cracking right there, but none anywhere else. Haven't seen anywhere else. Seat's in great shape. This sucker would be a fun ride. So guys, make sure you hit the subscribe and like button and ring that notification bell, just so you'll get notifications when we post another video, because this guy's coming up. And don't worry, the CB550 chopper is almost done, waiting on some fuel line, and the CL175 is just about ready for the road, and you'll see those guys very soon. Meet the AUSOM L1 electric scooter, your new favorite way to zip through life without the fuss. With a top speed that makes your morning commute feel like a victory lap, a long-lasting battery, and styling sharp enough to make your neighbor jealous, the L1 brings fun, efficiency, and zero drama to every ride. So if you're ready for these good vibes, now's the time. Click on the link in the description below and use the promo code MREWINDL1 to save a little cash enjoying the electric age. The AUSOM L1 electric scooter. Go awesome or go home.